Hi, my name is Cor, and welcome to my channel, Driving with Gloves. I always drive with car gloves. Your question might be, why do I drive with gloves? And my answer is, why not? I'm standing here in front of the biggest brothel in the south of Switzerland. What you can't see is that there is a man called Ingo in front of me who wants to sell me his sausage. In fact, he sells the best sausages in southern Switzerland and northern Italy. But am I here because of his sausages? No, I'm here because of his willy. Ingo offered me to use his willy, and boy, am I gay about it. This is what Ingo calls his willy. Actually, it's a Willys Jeep. Sorry boys, and no worries ladies, because I'm not homosexual. The history of the Jeep is amazing. It was developed in only 49 days, and even after more than 70 years, they still exist. It all started during World War II. In 1939, Ferdinand Porsche developed the bucket car, der Kübelwagen, later known in the United States as the Thing. The Americans now had a real problem, because until then they only had a cavalry of horses. So General Eisenhower asked different car companies to develop a light military car within 49 days, which could carry half of its weight. The only company who managed to develop an all-terrain car within 49 days, as General Eisenhower had ordered, was the same company which had already created Donald Duck's car, a company called Bantam. The Bantam car even had four-wheel drive, which the Nazi bucket car didn't have. Bantam might have won the competition, but it was wartime, so the government said, "Thank you very much. But your car will not be produced by you, but by Ford and Willys." You can imagine how happy they were at Bantam's. I noticed that I'm not appropriately dressed for this car, so what can I do? Well, that looks much better. So, let's put on my gloves and get in the car. Or shall I better say, get on the car to see what it drives? Well, it's quite small for a big guy like me. It's not that easy at all. But let's start the engine. The reverse gear is in front. And then we go, well, it works, at least. Let's hope that we get it in the first gear as well. And it seems so. So, we will find out soon if the brakes work. The steering is very heavy and the brakes don't work at all. So I'm quite scared, to be honest. How did they do that in World War II? Because this was the way they drove Willys in those days, and there was no safety equipment at all. I will not drive like this here on a public road, because I don't think that Ingo would be very pleased if I would. And I must say, the car has hardly any brakes, so even downhill driving, like I do here, is already a challenge. If you're an expert in Willys Jeeps, you will have seen immediately that this is an after World War II car. This particular model comes from 1962. It's a CJ3B model. CJ stands for Civilian Jeep. This car has a 2.2 litre straight 4-cylinder petrol engine with 75 HP, which is 15 HP more than the original Willys Jeep. According to Eisenhower, the Jeep was one out of 3 reasons why America won World War II. It was as faithful as a dog, as strong as a mule, and as agile as a goat. amphibious Jeep. And what was even more special, they made a flying Jeep, and it even worked, but it was no success at all. The Americans won the war, and this could have been the end of the Jeep. At Willys Overland they were very smart, because after the success of the Jeep during World War II, they had recognized that there must be a huge market for these cars in afterwar time. According to Willys Overland, there were 5.5 million farmers in the US, and of these, more than 4 million had neither a truck nor a tractor. So the Jeep was marketed by Willys Overland as the all-around farm workhorse. It could do the job of 2 heavy draft horses operating at a speed of 4 miles per hour, 10 hours a day, without overheating the engine. And many years later, even farmer girl Daisy Duke drove the later legendary CG7 Jeep and wore, of course, even more legendary hot pants. I can only say, yeehaw! The name Jeep came from General Purpose Vehicle, in short GP. It might also come from the 1937 cartoon of Popeye, where there appeared a character, Eugene the Jeep. I'm so afraid of these brakes because they are not working at all. Gear. It's the 3rd gear. This Jeep has only 3 gears, a reverse gear and some low range gears. And I'm so afraid to drive this one because it doesn't have any brakes, and I'm on a mountain road and I'm going down, so am I scared? But on the other hand, it's quite fun. Ingo informed me before handing me the car that the brakes do not work, but I must say, after a while you get used to it, and you can always use the horn. Yeah, that will help. I hope you enjoyed this review about the Willys Jeep, and don't forget to subscribe me and to like me. See you again on Driving with Gloves.